Hello and welcome back to my channel for another video. So in today's video what we'll be looking at is an array problem. So for this video, in this array problem, what we'll do is generally we're going to be using a random function, and we're going to initialize all the values to -1, at least most of them. So let me read the problem. So write a line of code that declares a 101 element array called MR. So therefore, this array will contain 101 elements. So it also says initialize all elements of the array to -7, and then it says write a line of code that accepts the seventh element of the array and sets its value to 7. Okay. Alright, so use the random function to randomly select an element of the array and assign to that element the value 2. So without further ado, let's just get into the coding. So first of all, we'll include our libraries. So our IOStream, okay, and our standard library here, namespace std for standard library, and then we'll have our main function, and where we could return 0. Also good programming practice. So first of all, let's make our size a constant. So we have constant, and let's just name it size, and we'll equal that to 101. And now we'll say we'll make our array, which would be an integer array obviously, and we'll call it mr, and the size would be size, which is a constant, and we'll not enter any values for this array because we'll be populating the array by using a for loop. So we'll say for int I equals 0, first index is always 0, and while I is less than, for I is less than size, for the I is less than size, then we'll increment I by 1. So we'll say I plus plus, and what we'll do is the array elements, which would, all of them would be I, with iteration, we will assign all of them to -1. And the question also says that we should make the seventh element, which would be at the 6th index, would equal to 7. Okay, and that's about it. So let's see. So first of all, what we'll need to do once more is to actually see out, so we can see. So we'll copy all of that and we'll print out the values. So we'll say see out the array and the index, and that's all we need here. Well, we could give it some space while it's being printed like that, and I have a typo here, but no one saw that. And I also need to close these braces here. So let's run this and see our printing. So as you can see, we have all our elements, all our 101 elements. assigned to -1, and for the seventh element you can see that it's 7. Okay, let's clear that. Let's run this one more time just to look back at it. And well, actually this should be the sixth element. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's, yeah, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's actually the sixth element and not the seventh. Now for the random function, we'll need to include another library. So we'll include what we'll call cstd-lib. So that's the second library that we'll include here. So basically now all we have to do is just the same as line number 13. What we need to say is array. So we'll call it array, and in the square brackets we'll just say run mod, run open parentheses, passing nothing to it. Now we say mod the size of the array, and we'll just equal that to 2. So that will select a random value in the array and just assign it to 2. So let's run, compile and run. So as you can see here in this corner, you can see where we have our 2 being assigned to a randomly selected value in this particular array. But here's a trick to it. So when you have run mod size just like this, what will happen is it won't truly generate random, it won't truly select random selections. It will just select it this place one time, because the computer works off algorithms, so generally it won't really have this randomness to it. So if I run it again, I'll bet that you will see the 2 the same place. And yes, you do see the same place. So I'll run it once more. And again, it's exactly the same place. So what we would do for this to have truly randomly generated value, what we'll need to do is we'll need to include another library called, this library is called ctime, and then what we'll use is the srun function. So the srun, and what will pass, that should be srun, and what will pass is time to that function, and to time what will pass is 0. And this will, I think, will take all the clicks from 1970, I think January 1, 1970 to this current date. So therefore we'll have truly randomly generated numbers. So let's run this. So I'm running it to just show you. And as you can see, the 2 has moved. Let's figure out where it went. Alright, so it's at the second to last element here. So it'd be like at the 100th element. So let's run it once more. I'll run it at least 3 times. So I'll run it now and then once more to see that it's generating truly random. So it's not at the 100th element anymore. So now it's somewhere around, it's here. So let's run it once more. And now, as you can see, we have truly randomly generated numbers. So you can see that it has moved from down here. So now you can get the full blown wonderfulness of programming and learning this C++ language. I hope that you have learned something very useful today and that you will be able to apply it to whatever assignment, whatever homework you got, whatever studies you're doing. I I ask that you may like and share and subscribe to my channel. Continue watching my videos. Thank you. And if you have any questions or comments, please do feel free to comment them in the comment section.